Hi friends, welcome back to a new video. Now if you think my voice sounds different, it is because I came down with COVID and I am feeling so miserable right now, but I really wanted to get this video out to you guys, so this voiceover is costing me all the energy that I have left. But anyway, this is finally my summer backyard refresh, and I'm giving you now how this place looked after the winter season. And as you can see, there is a lot to be done. I have to do a lot of weeding and pruning, so that is what I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to be cleaning this space so I can start decorating it for the summer. Now I did get some plants last year, like this lavender bush. It didn't make it, and I did mention this before, this side of my yard doesn't get a lot of sunshine, so I don't think a lot of plants will do well here. But anyway, this is what my yard is looking like, and again I have a lot of work to do, so let's get started. Now, as soon as summer is over, I don't pay any more attention to my backyard, but I want that to be different because I noticed that I prune all my plants at the same time early spring. That is not what every plant needs. And look at my tiny white hydrangea here, you guys. I love this. Look at this young life that is creating here. That is so beautiful. That is one of the things I enjoy from the springtime when I'm working in my yard. Like this Weigela, I didn't know that I had to prune it after it stopped blooming. And till now I always prune it right after the winter season, making it not bloom as much. So I think I'm going to be keeping a journal on all my plants, so I know when which plant needs pruning, because you guys, I really want to do this right. I really want my yard to flourish. So I want to take you along with me for that. So drop me a comment, let me know if that is something you want to see. Maybe you remember my video last year where I purchased this tiny vine. I will link it in the iCard above, but I thought this was a evergreen, but it turned out it wasn't. But look at all the new sprout. This makes me so happy just to see everything getting new life. Now this is actually the first round of cleaning my yard, because I did most of the pruning now, but I actually have to do it a second time around. You will see that later. I need to do more of the weeding. Now I did mostly pruning, but I still have to do some weeding. Now I am tossing out my pumpkins, but there is a great way to repurpose these. You can actually use them as compost, you guys. Just throw them back into your yard and let it give back the vitamins into the soil. My mom does that all the time and her plants benefit from it so much. I just like to see my garden clean, so I prefer not to do that. And that is just the way I do it. I use a store-bought liquid organic plant food. Here's an overview, you guys. I am done with all the weeding in my planters and all the pruning, so that is the first step done. It is Sunday and I am on my way to the hardware store because I'm going to get paint finally for my backyard fence. I've been wanting to do that for the longest time, and the weather has been so great. Spring has started off really nice here, so I'm going to take advantage of this and try to paint my fence early in the season. So I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to choose, what I'm gonna go with, because I was still thinking of just refreshing the wood and keep it in a wood color or the wood tone, just refreshing it, or give it a whole different color. So I'm not really too sure yet, but I think I will have to make up my mind when I'm in the store. And I thought I would do it now because they have 35% off from all their outdoor paint. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'm gonna show you what I am going to end up with. I want to make a little stop at the car wash first before I go to the hardware store, because my car is so dirty. We've had the Sahara sand here. I'm not sure where you are located. Leave me a comment below. Let me know where you're at and if you have to deal with this problem as well. And not only the car gets dirty, but everything, you guys, that is outside. And in the past I noticed that it isn't just one day, so I used to clean my car right away after the first blown, but I don't do that anymore. I waited about a week before I got my car cleaned. Now, I had no idea there was so many brands and colors and types of paint and stain to choose from. And I was lucky, like I said, to get 35% off because these things are so expensive. Another thing I didn't know, this is really the first time I'm actually using this stuff for really outside paint or stain, because I've never done anything like this before. And I have to say, for me, the more I have to choose from, the harder it is to make a choice. But the one thing that I knew, I wanted to go with a stain. I didn't want a full coverage, and I wanted a dark tone, so nothing light but something in a grayish tone. After quite a long search, I saw these semi-transparent stains in ocean gray and urban gray. They are metallic, and I think I am gonna love that. So I'm going to try one of these. I'm not too sure how it's going to work out because, like I said, it is metallic and, well, it is for an outdoor fence, but I'm going to have to see how it turns out. So this is the one I decided to go with. It is a light gray. It's called the Urban Gray. It has a metallic finish to it. So I am really excited to see how that's gonna turn out. But yeah, I think that the color is going to be perfect and not too light, because I do not want to clean it like every year, but it isn't too dark either. So I hope that this works out the way I am hoping. But anyway, this is the one that I decided to go with. Before I actually start painting, of course, I'm going to clean the fence first. I am going to do this the old-fashioned hard way. I'm going to scrub it clean using this green soap. It is organic soap, so it's all organic and nothing chemical in it. And maybe you know by now that I am not a big fan of using the pressure washer, because I think it does damage the material that you are using it on in the long run. So I am going the old-fashioned way, scrubbing my fence clean. And you guys, this was quite the work. Let me tell you that. It took me a long time, but I am truly satisfied with how it all turned out. Now, even though everything was hard to do, these nooks were the hardest part, because I just couldn't reach them all that well. So I actually went in with a toothbrush, you guys, cleaning all this. And this part was probably the hardest part to clean, because it was hard to reach, and it was also the dirtiest part of this fence. But I managed to get everything cleaned, and here you see like these dark spots. I'm not too sure what those are. And this part here in the right corner, I tried staining it with just a blank transparent stain last year, but I didn't like the results. So that's why I decided this year to go with a color. So I just got back inside, and it took me 3 hours to finish cleaning the fence, and I am beat. So I'm gonna continue some other day. But I am so filthy. Just look at this. Look at this. And I don't know if even maybe my face, but anyway, I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna call it quits. I'm gonna get something to eat, and I'm gonna relax, because it is Sunday and tomorrow I have to work. So my alarm clock is going off at 6, so I need to unwind now and relax. Since we had a lot of rain, I was able to finish this off 2 weeks later. And here I'm just sanding it down a little bit before I start staining it. I was really happy that I went with a stain instead of a paint, because a stain is runnier than paint and putting it on is so much easier, and this makes this work so much faster. So if you are considering giving your fence another color, I would highly suggest you do a stain and not a paint. Now here is how it looks like after the first coat, and I ended up doing 2 coats. And here's a close-up and you can really see the metallic finish on this, you guys. I am so loving this. Now I'm going in for the second time, doing some more weeding and pruning my privacy plants, and I'm also going to do some weeding in between the pavers. In my video last year, I got so many questions on this weeding tool. Now, you guys, this is such a lifesaver. I actually got this for really cheap at our kind of like Dollar Tree like store, and it was 2 parts. I had the wooden handle and then the brush with the spike, and each of them was €1. Now I will have a link below for you. You can also find this on Amazon, so in case you are interested, you can find it there. Now you are going to notice different stages of my backyard throughout this entire video, because I started cleaning up my backyard around mid-March, and I wasn't done until somewhere end of June. So it took me over 3 months to actually get to the point that I was done with this yard. I'm also going back in a second time because then all my spring bulbs are done blooming, like my tulips and daffodils and stuff. So here I'm just removing that, and by the time I do this, my yard has already produced a lot of mess again, so I need to clean that up. Now, cleaning my yard actually produced two of these full bins, and they pick it up every other week. So the first time around, I have to wait for at least a week until they pick the first one up and get it empty so I can continue. Once everything is all clean, I can move ahead and clean the pavers. And this is really the most satisfying moment, because when that's done and it's all dried up, you can see a total difference in my backyard, and that makes me so happy. On my video last year, I got a lot of questions on this patio set. I've had this for almost 10 years already, and what I love about it is that they still look crisp white like the day I got them. They are such good quality. Now, they are by the brand Scatter, but unfortunately they do not make them anymore, so I cannot leave a link for you where to find these. And now it's finally time for the fun part, the decorating. Now you're gonna notice that I didn't change up this area all that much. I really enjoyed the setup last year with the chairs like this. I think it is more cozy or cozier, and I'm using the same rug because, well, I really love this rug, and to be honest, it is such a good quality because unlike the previous ones that I bought, the sun doesn't do anything to this one and it stays exactly the same, you guys. So there is definitely a difference in brand and maybe even in price. Now these two tables, I'm really loving them. They were in upcycle from last year, and you might remember last year I had my two white planters here. They both broke eventually and I was so sad about that, so I replaced them with these. Now, you guys, I am really getting plant obsessed and I'm getting far more than I can handle. I'm really outgrowing my backyard. Now, I think one of the ways to achieve like this tropical look is to add a lot of plant, a lot of color to your backyard. I do have a ton of pots here, and it is actually the second time that I'm covering up my umbrella stand, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I recently picked up these yellow outdoor pillow covers, and I've been wanting to do yellow in my backyard for the longest time, so I think this is a great way to add that pop of yellow. Now you might notice that these pillows are quite flat. I have to say that is really how I like them. I do not want to feel like this huge bump in my back. These chairs, they are so comfortable by themselves, so it is just to avoid the hardness of the back of the chairs. And these stands, I used to have them years ago inside, and they had these glass cones in them, but they broke, so I did keep the stands, and I thought I would bring them out here to use them as plant stands, and I think they look so cute here. And here's the moment I've been waiting for to share with you, my DIY pallet sofa. Now I will be doing a separate video on how I made this and go into details of everything. Now here I'm just trying to figure out what is the best way to position these rugs, and I think maybe I should have laid down the rugs first and then roll over the sofa, because lifting these babies, you guys, they are really heavy. Well, I've seen so many videos on how people make these outdoor pallet lounges, and I have to say, most of them they just put everything on the ground directly. I didn't want to do that. I put these swivel casters underneath them to make it easier to move it around, because I do want to clean behind and underneath this sofa. So it is so much easier to add these swivel casters just to move them around. Here's a little side note. I mentioned in my video last year that I got rid of my pool that used to be in this space. I didn't use it all that much, and it was just too much work for me to take down. So I thought I would just get rid of it altogether. And this patio set here, it is so much more functional, and I am enjoying this space so much more now. Now these cushions are actually cushions that used to be from my sister's old patio set. She got a new one a few years ago, and my mom decided to keep these because my sister wanted to toss them out. And I'm really so grateful that my mom did that, because this would have been the most expensive part of this patio set. This saved me so much money, you guys, because one of these cushions can go up to 40 euros a piece. So just figure out how much I would have had to buy. Now I want to show you how I can change this up. If I want to have additional seating, I can remove this table, this end table here, and create this extra seating. Now I do not have the cushion here right now, but it is still at my mom's. But this is what it looks like if I would add a little bit more seating space. Now the other thing that I really love is that I can play around with the colors, you guys. I can go neutral, I can go just playful, just about anything. And here is the mattress that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. I will go into detail in my next video where I share with you how I made this. And this tray was a thrift find. I absolutely love this. I did a haul on a round silver tray. I thought it was too small, and I really like that this is wide and so big. And here are the pillows that I made, you guys. I am really loving the pink color, and I love the yellow in it, so these pillows go with that so well, just adding that pop of yellow as well. Now these stone or cement coasters was a recent thrift find, and I really love that they are black and white, giving that extra interest to this space. I got them for 50 cents a piece. And these two tiki torches were also a thrift find, and I got them for €1 a piece. And you guys, I love that they are pink. They go so well with the space and the rest of the decor. That is all the decorating that I'm going to be doing for now. And before I show you the reveal, here is how the space looked like before. Now this is the final result, and you guys, I have to say that I'm falling in love more and more with my backyard every year, and I really love all the plants and all the colors. That makes me so happy. I see a lot of beautiful outdoor spaces that are really neutral. I think that is so pretty, but for me it doesn't really give me that summer vibe. I love to see colors in my outdoor. I love to see real plants and greenery. That gives me the satisfaction of being out here. Now drop me a comment, let me know what you think. And that is going to be it for this video. I hope you were able to get some inspiration and motivation to do your outdoor space on a budget, you guys. You know, you do not have to spend a whole lot of money to create a beautiful space. Now I want to thank you all so much for watching, and if you are not a subscriber yet, I would totally appreciate it if you would consider hitting that subscribe button and become a resident of my happy home. Now for now, thank you again for watching, and I see you in my next one really soon. Until then, always remember to live, laugh and love, and unlike me, stay safe and a happy summer, you guys. Bye.